Could we be approaching a turnaround in the agricultural space? Until people started worrying about Brexit a few weeks ago, the stock of AGCO, the world's third largest maker of agricultural equipment, was flying high, trading up to nearly $55 earlier this month. And look, AGCO reported a pretty solid quarter in late April, nice top and bottom line beat with robust full-year guidance. But ever since the Brexit-induced sell-off, the stock has just gotten pummeled, trading down to 46 bucks as of today, up less than $1 from its Monday lows, despite today's market-wide rebound. The thing that makes me wonder if the ag business maybe turning, though, is the simple fact that this morning, AGCO announced it's buying Cimbria Holdings for $340 million in a deal that should bolster the company's seed and grain processing business. I've been waiting for signs of consolidation, and now we've got one staring us in the face. So let's take a closer look with Martin Reichenhagen, the chairman, president, and CEO of AGCO, to learn more about this deal, get a peek at his company's latest tractor model. I don't know if you can see it. Martin, good to have you back. Let me ask you something. I am looking at what I regard as being one of the biggest machines I've ever seen. At the same time, that candidly, the ag business is not so hot. Is this the right time to introduce this monster?
Yeah, this beast, basically this Challenger, has exactly the same horsepower as the famous Aston Martin of James Bond. So why is it attractive for America? Because it's very compact, very powerful, and actually performance will outperform the whole competition.
Well, then give me the value proposition of this. I'm a farmer. Why would I want this over my John Deere?
First, you would have to pay $400,000 to $450,000 for it.
Okay.
So it's quite an investment.
Right.
But the return on invest is pretty short because it can replace 2 John Deeres. So that means this guy does the work of 2 traditional tractors.
Which would cost, apparently 2 together would be more than this.
Exactly. And then you have basically a much lower fuel consumption, all SCR, Tier 4 compliant. So that's actually excellent value for money.
All right, now, Martin, one of the things that you've taught us is this ag cycle is a tough one. And yet you seem committed to buying back stock, increasing the dividend, spending on R&D, as if somehow things are going to get better in a short period of time.
Yeah, I think that we are close to bottom out, hopefully bottom out this year. And I'm slightly more optimistic for 2017. We will perform pretty well. I think we will deliver on what we promised. And as you mentioned before, Brexit is a no-brainer for us.
Well, Martin, explain to me how it's a no-brainer, particularly because I know this time Europe was bad for you this quarter.
Yeah, Europe is not doing so well, but we had that in our plan, so therefore for us it's not a surprise. There are certain areas of Europe doing better, and then of course England is not an important market. We don't manufacture in England because when they decided not to be a Euro country, we had to move out because exporting from England with a very high pound was not feasible.
Right. Now, you recently have a shareholder, a traditional activist shareholder, gotten involved, this Blue Harbor. Any insight from them? They help, they hurt, they like you, they don't like you? What's the advice they're giving you?
So far, they're very positive. Cliff is a great guy. He's only also supportive. He talks very, very positive about us, about the management team. I think they're very strategic, and they believe that we will do much better in the near future.
All right, now we've got big consolidation coming in the seed industry. Every one of the participants, of which I happen to be talking to, other than Bayer in Germany, is saying the same thing, which is, look, we are about to have a gigantic turn in ag. What are those signs that we need to see that people know this?
I think actually, first of all, you see the first signs that the commodity prices come back again. Farm income in many countries is doing better. Argentina had a new government with new strategies. They discontinue export taxes. Brazil hopefully will going into the same direction. So overall, the environment does get a little bit more friendly. And fortunately, people in Europe start to think about or reconsider the sanctions. So maybe also Russia will come back soon.
Now, I know you're always traveling. You're in the great capitals, but I know you spent some time in Germany. Is there any sense that Russia is about that they're softening their line just because it looks like that you could just take these sanctions forever, but it doesn't? Russia's not done anything since then.
I think sanctions are a very old-fashioned tool of politics. It's much better to sit together and talk and discuss and sort it out. And I think we are close to getting there. The German Secretary of Foreign Affairs already indicated that the time time is right to talk, and I think hopefully that will happen.
All right, let's circle back to this great machine. Selling in the United States, introducing on our show. Is that the import here?
No, actually, this is the pre-launch. My guys don't like it so much, so they want to do it at a big event.
This is a big event. I said, I have to explain to them what the deal
can be bigger than your show? And this actually is the tractor for the cat distribution system. So all cat dealers who are in farm business will have this tractor.
Wait a sec. That's a company that has a competitor is going to take this.
Well, actually, we bought Caterpillar's farm equipment division 2002.
That's right. They're no longer.
And now our top 10 dealers in America are Caterpillar dealers.
Well, I've got to tell you, I don't know much about tractors. I do know that this is an incredible machine, and if it saves farmers money, then I think it's going to sell well.
This one can go as slow as a snail and can win the Kentucky Derby, all automatic, four-wheel drive. You can drive it easily, better than your car.
Oh, I hope so, because I'm not that good a driver. Anyway, that's Martin Reichenau. He's the chairman, president, and CEO of AGCO. Mad Money is back after the break. Thank you very much. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.